All right, so when it comes to finding a supplier, what you need to do is obviously have a product in mind first. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna jump into the laptop, show you a winning product that's doing well right now, and see if we can find it on Alibaba.com. So I'm gonna show you the process of finding a winning product. If you wanna see a full breakdown of how to find a winning product, I'm gonna link it above and I'm gonna link it in the description down below. But for the sake of this video of finding a supplier, I'm gonna find the winning product on ebay.co.uk, and then I'm gonna go over to Alibaba.com and show you exactly what to do to contact the suppliers, etc, etc. So let's do that right now. So to begin with, you need to start on ebay.co.uk. Once you're here, you're gonna type in the product that you have in mind. So the product I have in mind is Bluetooth earbuds. And then you click search. All right, so the Bluetooth earbuds that I have in mind are these particular ones. So I'm just gonna show you exactly what you need to do to figure out whether or not it's a winning product. So I'm just gonna scroll down. All right, so the way that you initially find out if it's a winning product or not is that you'll see that multiple different sellers are selling it. So you can see this one selling it, this one right here, this one again, and then another one right there. So what I'm gonna do now is quickly click into one of them. I'm gonna show you exactly what I do to figure out whether or not it's selling well right now, and if there's any point in me even contacting the supplier. So what I do is come here, come to this section here. As I can see, there's 1,605 sold, which is a lot. I scroll down, I look at the last 100 transactions. The last date here is the 13th of July. Today is the 18th of July, as we can see right there. They've sold 100 of these in the past 5 days, which is a high amount to sell. There's more that goes into finding a winning product, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna take these earbuds and try and see if I can find a supplier. All right, so the next stage, we need to open up Alibaba.com. If we can find the product on Alibaba.com, that's when we know that we'll be able to import it ourselves, and I'm gonna show you the process to contacting the suppliers. So what you do is that you type in Bluetooth earbuds. All right, so straight away we can see, the same one that we're looking at right here. Yep. So there's a number of things that you need to look out for when it comes to finding a supplier on Alibaba.com so that you don't get scammed. The first thing I look out for is the number of years that the supplier has been around on Alibaba.com. To do that, you look at this section right here. As you can see, it says 2 years. This one, it says 1 year. My rule is that I only look for suppliers that have been on Alibaba.com for a minimum of 4 to 5 years. More years the supplier's been around, in my experience, I've seen that that's the supplier that I'm gonna have less hassle or less trouble with when it comes to the quality of the product or the efficiency of the service that the supplier offers. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna scroll through and find a supplier that's been around for a long enough time. As we can see, this one right here has been around for 7 years, 6 years, okay. 8 years, okay, it's looking good. 6 years again, and we're only going to look at the product that we've looked at on ebay.co.uk, which is this one. Okay, so there's a number of sellers that's selling this particular product. All right, so once we found the product on eBay and we know that it's selling well, and then we've looked on Alibaba and we found the exact same product being offered by multiple different suppliers, what we need to do now is write an email to each different supplier. I'm gonna break down the email right now. I'm gonna show you step by step what I say and the reasons why I'm saying it, so you know how to structure your own emails when it comes to contacting suppliers. Let's do it. So to begin, start off with their supplier, comma. All right, so the first line says, my name is Sam and I'm a full-time online retailer for consumer electronics. The reason why you wanna say this is because we're dealing with a consumer electronic. We want the supplier to know straight away, this is our main speciality, and we focus on selling online, which means that there's endless possibilities for us to sell their product, which means more repeat business for them. All right, so in the next line, I said, I am very interested in starting a long-term business relationship with you, and I wanted to discuss some details regarding your Bluetooth earbuds. All right, so we're letting them know straight away that we're in this for the long run, and we're telling them that we're focused on the Bluetooth earbuds. So we're getting straight to the point, which is what they like. All right, so in the next line, what I said is, I want to place an initial order for 25 pieces for these particular earbuds, and I wanted to know what the full price will be, including shipping to the UK, using either DHL, FedEx, or UPS. So the reason why I said 25 pieces is because when it comes to using a new supplier, it's always good to start off with 25 pieces. Once you sell the 25 pieces, you can now make your next order 40 pieces and then 60 pieces once you sell that off, and then so on and so forth. So it's always good to start off with 25 pieces to begin with. It allows you to test the quality and also the efficiency of the supplier that you're using. You're also asking them about the full price, including the shipping to the UK using either DHL, FedEx or UPS. When you're ordering such a smaller quantity of items, you want to use either one of these three because it will be quicker and cheaper for you to do so. So in the final part of the email, what I've said is, can you also tell me if you accept PayPal as a method of payment, please? All right, so the reason why you're gonna ask them if they accept PayPal, you need to make sure that you send the funds using PayPal only, because this will cover you just in case the supplier is a scammer or they're gonna send faulty goods. If they send faulty goods or they don't send you the goods at all, you can always contact PayPal and get a chargeback. So it's important that you use PayPal. I've made this mistake at the beginning of my eBay career a number of times and I got scammed. You can also use Alibaba escrow. Me personally, I've only used PayPal when it comes to using a new supplier because I know it's one of the safest methods to use. The next line I put, I would recommend if you get back to me with the total cost, including shipping, and if you accept PayPal. So I'm just concluding everything there, letting them know exactly what I want them to answer. And then finally, I said your fast reply will be much appreciated as I have contacted other suppliers and would like to start business as soon as possible. Kind regards, Sam. So the reason why I put this part here is because I want them to know that I've contacted other suppliers, and if they really want to do business, it's better that they respond as soon as possible, because I'm going to be judging each supplier on how fast they respond, because when it comes time to doing business with the supplier, I don't want a supplier that's going to take too long to reply. So that's what I'm going to copy and paste to each one. So let's go back to alibaba.com and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do once we're there. All right, so once we found the product on eBay and we know that it's selling well, we've gone to Alibaba, we found the product available for us to try and import. We've constructed the email that we're going to send to the suppliers. What we need to do now is come back to alibaba.com. We're going to copy and paste the email to each supplier that fits our criteria. I've already copied the email. What I'm going to do now is scroll through and try to find the product that we're looking for, as well as the years that are above 5 years or around 6 years. So as we can see, this one is 2 years, so we're going to leave that one. As we can see, this one is 7 years right there. So what we're going to do is click contact supplier right there. So what we're going to do is put quantity 100 here, just so that the supplier knows that eventually we're going to move up to 100 pieces. And then we're going to paste the email that we've already written in here. And then we're going to just click send inquiry. All right, we're going to close that down. We're going to scroll down again. We're going to look for another one right there. We can see 8 years. So what we're going to do is that we're going to click contact. We're going to put 100 pieces again. We're going to ignore all of this section right here. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that we get our message across right here, and we're going to click send inquiry again. And then we're just going to continue to scroll through and look for more suppliers. Again, there's another one. We're going to click contact supplier. We're going to paste it in. We're going to click send inquiry. We're going to make sure that we don't send it to any supplier that's got 1 year, because we don't want to get an email back from a supplier that we're not going to use, because it just creates a lot of mess and a lot of junk in the email inbox. So what you're going to do next is that you're going to go through page 1, page 2, page 3, and every single page that you can. Copy and paste the email that we've already written and then paste it to every single supplier that you can, and then sit back and wait for the replies to start coming in. I hope you found a lot of value in that video. Some final tips I want to remind you. Don't forget to use PayPal when it comes to using a new supplier. Always look for a supplier that's been around for at least minimum 5 to 6 years, maybe 7. The higher the years, the better. Contact as many suppliers as you can in one go, so that you have enough replies so that you'll be able to look at multiple different suppliers and choose wisely. Some key things that you need to look at when it comes to the replies that you get from the suppliers is how good their English is, how fast they reply, if they answer your question in one go. You don't want to use a supplier that takes long or doesn't really reply to the email as efficiently as possible. And finally, the price. You want to find a supplier that's got a good enough price and also meets the other criteria in terms of efficiency, speed of reply, and English. So those are the main things that you need to look out for. And don't forget, look for a supplier that uses PayPal, because you don't want to get scammed. If you found any value in the video, as always, if you can hit the thumbs up button, as it helps me out in a big way. Go down below, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get updated every single week with the eBay and Shopify videos that I'll be releasing. Comment what you thought of the video down below. Share this with a friend as it helps me out in a big way, helps the channel grow, allows me to make more content that will help you guys out. Guys, make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.
Everyday grind and stack trying to get me this milli. I have faith, I'll get big. Can't stop, won't stop, did it? I just done me a $500,000, okay, that was on eBay. Feds try get me on that wire like my name was Rebate. I've been beating shots like my name Berbatov. I get that stock in then